Yo, YouTube, what is good? I'm finally back, but I'm here to talk about my Alabama Crimson Tide and their thrilling victory over Auburn. But before we get into the video, shout out to my grand fam for taking down Southern in the Bayou Classic. Hey, fired our coach. Didn't nobody think we had a chance? I didn't think we had a chance. The school didn't think we had a chance, but they somehow pulled it out. Hey, congratulations to my boys, but let's talk about my Alabama Crimson Tide. Hold on, something just popped on my screen. All right. Let's talk about my Alabama Crimson Tide and their thrilling victory. Now, the part of the team that I expected to show up this week was the offense. You know the crazy part is? The defense showed up. And I mean the defense showed up. And they showed up. This is the defense we all thought we was going to see throughout the season. Now, we ain't seen glimpses of this, but we also seen some breakdowns. And this is literally just a few breakdowns every week. And at least 2 touchdowns. But for the most part, throughout the game, we stopped the run every week. But this week, our safeties were running downhill. Everybody was in that gap at linebackers. Now, I kept saying throughout the season that Marco Hillings is improving. He's been improving a little bit. But that dude had the game of his life on Saturday. That dude was breaking down everything in the run game. And outside linebackers was setting the edge. Dallas Turner was setting the edge. Will Anderson, of course, was setting the edge. Even when Drew Sanders came in for a few plays, he was setting the edge. When LeBron Ray was on the end, he was setting the edge. And that made up room for our safeties and linebackers. Henry Toa, Christian Harris, Hillams, Brian Branch were everywhere. Man, it was an amazing performance by our defense. We're going to get to our offense later. It was piss poor, but when they needed it, they came in clutch. But I was surprised. I knew Kool-Aid got the start on. I was very, very happy about that. But I thought it would honestly be for Josh Jobe. But Armour Davis, we found out later, had an injury and he wasn't full speed. But Josh Jobe got him a pick. It's all the players that we expected that we've been talking about haven't had good games. Daniel Wright came in on defense. He made a few plays. He had his ups and downs for the last 2 years, but he came in and made some key plays. He got an interception, but they took it away. They called it roughing the passer, which was probably one of the worst calls I've seen. This is probably one of the worst officiated games of the year. But bruh, it was terrible. You seen when Jamison Williams was in the game. You seen 2 pass interference or defensive holding, whatever you want to call it, on Jamison Williams. They didn't call it. Now, McQuarrie for Auburn, he's an amazing player, but y'all seen what Mechie did to him at the end. But honestly, our offense throughout this game was not very good. The problem that I had, we haven't been able to run right for like the last 3 years, and Bill O'Brien just made it a thing to run right. Like, why don't you run left behind, I don't know, probably the best tackle that's going in the draft, and Evan Neal? Why don't you just run behind him? I don't understand. Every short yard, he kept running to the right, and guess what? We got stopped. When you ran to the left, you seen big holes. Like, when we got to the fourth quarter, I promise you, we probably ran left probably 2 times that game. As soon as the fourth quarter started, we get the pick by Josh Jobe. First play out of it, even though Brian Robinson got hurt. I pray that he's back this week. I don't know if he's going to be back, but Trey Sanders stepped up. But first play in the fourth quarter. Well, not the fourth quarter. First play after we got the pick. Brian Robinson takes it to the left side, inside zone on the left side. What does he do? He takes off for the biggest game of the day. Like, I don't know. We see Alabama fans see it. They'll be like, run right. Why is he running right? The right side is the weakest part of our offensive line. And honestly, shout out to Chris Owens. George got the start at right tackle. He didn't have a big night. Owens came in the second half, did an amazing job. He's had his ups and downs. Like, it's all the players that you didn't think would be huge in this game were huge. Trey Sanders, I've been waiting for this day, bro. I've been waiting for Trey Sanders to get his shine. I know how this dude been through so much, but I've been wanting this dude, even before he got all the injuries and stuff. I was expecting this dude to be the one. And this week, he got his chance at the end of the game in the Iron Bowl. This week might be his chance because we don't know the status of Brian Robinson. He may or may not play. Trey Sanders might come in huge. We are very short-handed at running back. You might even see Leary at running back like we did a few plays at the end of last game. But shout out John Mechie for coming in clutch when his boy Jamison Williams. And the thing I liked about Jamison Williams, usually you see players, they get ejected or something, and you see them, they not engaged with their team. He was engaged with his team the whole time. I seen him on sidelines encouraging his players. And guess what? When he made the game-winning catch, guess who was the first person to come out on the field and congratulate him? Jameson Williams. Shout out to Jameson Williams for that, bro. You don't find too many good, true teammates. But I know this team might be sometimes hard to watch at times. Because you don't know which team's going to show up. You don't know if we're going to have a dominant offensive game. You don't know if we're going to have a dominated defensive game. But one thing you can't question about this team is that they got heart, bro. I promise you can't question their heart. Every time we had a close game, besides the A&M game, even the A&M game, I came out proud of our team and how they fought back. Because it honestly, to me, if we're going to be totally true, it's kind of a mixture of the 2014 and 2015 team to me, because those teams won me over. 2014, even though that wasn't our most talented team, in my opinion, they still found a way. They got to the playoffs, even though we lost to Ohio State in a close game. But that team made me proud. 2015, after they lost to Ole Miss, guess what? They took off. They had a little close game, then they took off after that. They just battled. And this team is the same way. LSU close game. Florida close game. This week a close game. Arkansas close game. And guess what? They don't quit. They find a way. We had, what was it? A minute 27 left on the clock. No timeouts. You got to go 98 yards. I promise you, any Alabama quarterback, any Alabama team is cursed in that stadium. I don't know what it is. Jake Coker is the last quarterback to win that stadium. Bryce Young, 98 yards. No timeouts. Walks it straight down the field, bro. Straight down the field. He had to convert a fourth down. Shout out to Jaleel Billingsley. Listen to the people I'm talking about. Jaleel Billingsley, Chris Owens, Daniel Wright, DeMarco Helms, Christian Harris. Who else? Josh Jobe. Like, those dudes have sometimes been inconsistent, but they showed up when they needed to. When their season on the line, they showed up. They made plays. And that's what I like about this team, bro. They don't quit. They show heart. And this week, honestly, we don't know what team gonna show up. But dang it, I'm proud of this team. And I honestly like our chances versus Georgia. Y'all might call me crazy and all that, but our defense, if you want to be real, our defense is honestly becoming underrated. If you really want to be honest, I know stats don't tell everything, but we only giving up 70 more yards in Georgia. If it wasn't for a few busts on defense, we really, really, really will have like a top 2 or 3 defense in the conference, bro. Or really in the nation, if you want to be real. But our defense is not bad. There is still, even though our defense has been off and on in the passing game, our defense is still elite at stopping the run, and it shows Saturday. Tank Bigsby couldn't get loose on the run, except for really that run that saved us the game where he broke free on that second down. He got a bounce. And I didn't like how Gary Danielson tried to blame Tank Bigsby for that, bro. Like, he literally was trying to go down in bounds, but Jordan Battle drug him out of bounds. And that was a great play by Jordan Battle. And I seen Auburn fans, like, getting on the Bigsby. Like, bro, come on, bro. He tried his best, bro. That dude gives his heart every game for y'all. And they just turning on him. Hey, Tank, if you don't like the way they treat you at Auburn, you can always jump over there to Tuscaloosa. Because, as you can see this season, we don't have, well, I ain't going to say we don't have enough depth. But depth is not unlimited, bro. We done lost 4 running backs this season, bro. We done lost 4 running backs, but I'm proud of this team. Bryce Young had this Heisman moment. That dude right there. First year starting, that dude done won me, or at least he probably won most of y'all, but he definitely won me over, bro. I don't care how this season ends, this team has won me over, but I honestly like our chances this week. I honestly think we can pull it out. I'm still iffy on Stetson Bennett, but we're gonna talk about that later this week. Preview the SEC championship. I'm probably have that video out probably Wednesday or Thursday. But hope you have a blessed day. Alabama is still fighting. I love this team. They don't quit. And I hope you have a blessed day and peace and roll tide and go Grambling Tiger, baby.